Well, hello, everybody. Yay, squatties are in the house. How is everybody doing? What's up, Success Squad? I hope you guys have enjoyed your weekend so far. Ugh, this weekend has gone by too fast for me. I can't believe tomorrow is already freaking Monday. All right, everybody, welcome to Megan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast channel here on YouTube. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a live podcast of Sussex Talk. Yes, Sussex Talk. And I'm your host, Special K Thoughts. Those of you who are in the chat, please give me a thumbs up or show me roses and flowers to let me know that you can hear me. And I want to thank you for joining me this beautiful Sunday because we're going to talk about our faves, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan, Prince Harry and Meghan. And we all know with these two, there's always something that's going on, right? There's always something that's happening either with them or something that is happening in their circle, right? I don't think that there's a weekend or a week that goes by where there isn't any new Prince Harry and Meghan news, right, guys? I mean, almost daily, there's something new. There's some type of new news about those two. And I love it. I love it. All right, before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and say you guys know, I'm going to go ahead and say my spiel, my stage stick for those who are listening and not in the chat. If this is the first time that you are joining us, you need to be aware that this is a pro Duke and Duchess of Sussex channel. There are nothing but fans, stands, and avid supporters of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And of course, their family, their children. We're fanatical about these two. We're fanatical. We are the Sussex Squad. We are not monarchists. We do not like them other royals over there in the UK. Oh, God, no. We can't stand royal reporters, royal commentators. Oh, God, no. We don't like them people. Right? Those of you in the chat, right? We don't like them people. We can't stand them. We are all about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. We don't do both sides here. There are no fence riders here. Be careful of the fence riders. Okay, be careful of those fence riders. Be careful of those who say, "Well, I kind of like Prince William and Kate." No, no. We don't do that here. There is no neutrality here. We don't do neutrals here. If you hear somebody in the Success Squad who claims that they're Success Squad, say, "Well, I kind of feel sorry for King Charles." Block their ass. Get rid of them. Be careful of those fence riders. Look what King Charles has done to his own son and his own grandchildren and his own daughter-in-law, who happens to be a biracial Black American. Okay? So be careful of the both sides people. they're probably worse in some aspects. They are worse than the derangers because they'll flip in a heartbeat. And I'm seeing some flippanization going on out here in these Sussex streets. Anybody in the chat seeing it? Especially with the latest, you know, gossip news that is out about Prince Harry and Meghan with photogate. Anybody seeing some flippanization going on? Especially with these quote unquote pro Harry and Meghan podcasts on YouTube. Yeah, well, Prince Harry and Meghan, they gotta be careful. They gotta watch the optics. hmm We'll talk about that a little later. But if this is the first time that you're joining us and you have liked everything that I have said so far, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Go ahead, hit it. And if you're in this channel, go ahead and hit that button as well. I have been on my game when it comes to releasing more of my random thoughts for our channel members. I don't know how I lost my mojo on that, doing random thoughts. I notice when I do random thoughts for our channel members, you know, I seem to just really get into the analyzation of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But again, welcome for those of you who are listening and those of you in the chat. I see some familiar faces in the chat. I see you guys and I love you guys. Sussex Squad. I see some OGs in the chat, which is awesome. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and get my slides here. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So the name of this live podcast is called Prince Harry and Meghan Service Fun Photogate. Okay. Before we get started, I'm gonna go ahead and go into the chat and see what you guys are talking about. Welcome, 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 everybody. Yes, Emma D says greetings to everyone. Yes, greetings to everyone. Susie Q, how are you doing? Miss Lydia, how are you? Oh, Robin, you finally received the notification? Well, I'm glad you did. Awesome. Hey, Sharon, how are you? Yes, happy Sunday to everybody. Leslie Ann, how are you? Vera, how are you doing? And you are chiming in from Germany. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You know, I love it when we see non-American squatties in the chat because it just goes to show you how global the Success Squad is, how global Harry and Meghan fans are. I was looking at the audience impressions on this channel, and uh, the top countries, or I should say continents and countries that listen to this channel are American. Thank you, American Squatties. Love you, love you, love you, love you guys. But it's a knockout, drag out fight. It's almost like a three-way tie between Canada, Australia, and the UK for second place. So I'm very, very glad to see that. And then right after that, a lot of I would say maybe third place. I started to say a lot of squatties, but third place is consistently South Africa. So South African squatties, thank you guys for the support. Really, really appreciate it. All right. Yes, Robin, there's just a lot of chatter going on about photogate, a lot of chatter going on about Prince Harry and Meghan attending Kris Jenner's party. There are some who say that they shouldn't have gone. There are some who are saying, mind your business. A lot of differing views on that, and we'll talk about that later on down the road. But if you look on your screen right now, you see that the title of this live podcast is called Prince Harry and Meghan Service Fun and Photogate. Let's see. All right. Prince Harry is so handsome. I don't know if you're watching on your smartphones or your laptops or maybe your smart TV. But if you look at the middle picture, Prince Harry is so handsome. See what I mean? Isn't he handsome? Look how handsome Prince Harry is. I mean, this man can make a beanie look sexy, right? He can make a beanie look sexy. He looks very sexy and handsome and rugged wearing a beanie. All right, guys. So I'm going to do my usual thing. I'm going on success.com because I do not remember this stuff off the top of my head. But I said it so many times before, but I just love success.com. I just love the whole layout of the success.com website. And of course, it's integrated with the Archwell Foundation website as well. Um, so Prince Harry, he had a busy month so far, right? November, the United States and the UK, honored their veterans. Here in the United States, November 11th was Veterans Day. Those of you who are listening, those of you in the chat, you guys know good darn well that I'm a veteran. You know that I'm an Afghanistan veteran. That's one of the reasons why I relate to Prince Harry and love him so much, because I do feel a connectivity to him because he served uh, his country for years and he deployed to Afghanistan twice. No, I did not deploy to Afghanistan twice. Oh no. Oh no. I did it once. One time was enough for me. But I'm pretty sure that to certain varying levels of degree, right? Prince Harry and I may have shared some similar experiences being in the military and serving in Afghanistan. That's why I cringe when you read things like he was a bunker soldier, mainly on his Xbox PlayStation. Girl, please. When I was in Afghanistan, I was playing on the PlayStation a lot as well. Okay. I watched TV while I was over there as well. All right. When they say he had bodyguards over there in Afghanistan, girl, please. Like, a bodyguard is not going to stop a bomb. Okay. A bodyguard cannot stop bullets. But anyway, if you look on your screen right there. Oh, and by the way, happy belated Veterans Day to all of the squaddies who are veterans and their families as well. And just want to thank everybody who's in the Sussex Squad, who's currently serving. We do have squaddies that are currently serving their respective countries. Okay, we have families that have service members that are right now active duty military, or perhaps maybe they're in the National Guard, right? I don't know if the Army Reserve is still around, but they could be, maybe in the Navy. I don't know if the Navy has a reserve, but you guys know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure that we've got squatties who have family members that are either duty or they're either in the National Guard or they're in some type of reserve, for the Navy, the Army, Marines, or the Coast Guard as well. Okay, so like I said, you see on your screen, handsome Prince Harry looking bona fide, sexified in a beanie. Oh, I love him. I love him. I love him. So I would say what squatties, maybe a week before Veterans Day here in the United States, maybe a week and a half before, um, Prince Harry's spokespeople released a statement saying that he was going to go to Canada, right? And actually, he was invited. Okay. He was actually invited to go to Canada. Um, and you know, visit the reserves, okay, the reserve forces in Toronto, and he was invited um to the Sunnybrook Veterans Center, okay. And he was also invited, yes, he was invited, okay, he was invited, okay, to attend and for True Patriot Love Foundation. Okay. He was invited to the National Tribute Dinner. Okay. He was invited. It's not like he decided just to go on his own. No, he was invited. And the reason why Prince Harry was invited was because he has a lot of respect in the military community. Okay. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. Trust me, they were up in arms when they found out that a Commonwealth country that recently gave him grief for wearing an LA Dodgers hat, but a Commonwealth country invited Prince Harry to help them honor and celebrate their veterans. Okay. So, what I'll start off with, and how many of you guys read this? Right? How many of you guys read it? Prince Harry had wrote a letter, and it was entitled "The Bond, the Banter, the Bravery: What It Means to Be British." I read it. I thought it was really good. Okay, I had to read it twice, but I thought it was really good. I thought it was thoughtful. Um, and it just goes to show you that yes, Prince Harry lives in the United States. Yes, he's married to an American. Yes, he has American children, but at the end of the day, he is always going to be British, right? He's always going to be British. He is always going to honor and recognize his fellow British brothers and sisters. And when it comes to Remembrance Day, he is always going to honor the military during Remembrance Day. So if you haven't had a chance, please go ahead and read The Bond, the Banter, the Bravery: What It Means to Be British. I don't know if there's any UK squatties in the chat. If there are, let me know what it means to you to be British, because I don't know what it means to be British. Right? I'm American as apple pie, and a lot of Americans listen to these live podcasts, and a lot of Americans are on this channel. But me personally, I don't know what it means to be British. When I think of the UK and the UK culture, immediately what comes to mind to me is tea, right? It's tea. And I'm pretty sure that the British culture there's a lot more to the British culture than tea or beans on toast. So if there are any UK squatties in the chat, or if you're listening and you want to jump into the chat, let me know what it means to be British to you. Now, let me see if I should go to the next slide here. because sometimes I rumble and fumble. Let's see, what's the next line? Okay. Oops. Went too fast. That was right there, though. We'll talk about that. Um, One thing that I do know when I talk to people who are from the UK, and there's a lot of people from the UK that live in the United States, which is shocking to me because you hear a lot of people from the UK talk about how violent that they think the United States is, right? And the United States is violent. Okay. Yes, the United States is violent. You hear a lot of people from the UK talk about how they don't like it. You know, the gun culture here and the shootings here. But what I've noticed is there are a lot of people from the United Kingdom that live here in the United States. So this picture right here is a historical, and it's a special picture. Okay. And when I read what this was about, I thought, wow, that's awesome. But this picture right here, according to Success.com, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, Meghan's husband, they don't like it, right? They do not like it when Meghan says my husband. That cracks me up, right? They get all in their feelings when they hear Meghan refer to Prince Harry as her husband. All right. So Prince Harry, he spent time with members of Canada's reserve forces during his visit to Toronto, meeting with soldiers from two historic Army Reserve units. Okay. The visits highlighted the vital role reserve forces play in Canada's military capability. Reserve members balance civilian careers with military service, create a bridge between military and civilian communities while maintaining operational readiness for deployments worldwide. Now, here in the United States, we have the Army National Guard. Okay. And I believe the Army Reserve is still around. I'm not too sure. But for American squaddies, it's basically the same thing, right? So what makes this picture so historic and relevant is that Prince Harry met with soldiers from the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada and the Royal Regiment of Canada. Okay. That's important to remember. Okay. This is a special this is a special reserve unit here, okay? Again, Prince Harry met with soldiers from the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada and the Royal Regiment of Canada. Keep in mind, like I said previously, Prince Harry was invited, okay, to meet with these soldiers, with these Commonwealth soldiers. He was invited, okay? Prince Harry, he's no longer a working royal, right? But he was invited by the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada and the Royal Regiment of Canada. Hmm. Okay, so Lieutenant Colonel Kris, I'm gonna spell his last name, Boileau, commanding officer of the Queen's Own Rifles, and Lieutenant Colonel Adam West, commanding officer of the Royal Regiment of Canada, discussed their units, recent deployments, and ongoing contributions to the Canadian military operations worldwide. Hmm. Keep in mind, Prince Harry was invited to meet with these regiments in honor of Remembrance Day. Hmm. The Queen's Own Rifles, founded in 1860, is Canada's oldest continuously serving infantry regiment. Wow. Riflemen from the unit have recently deployed to Afghanistan, Iraq, and Poland, among other operations. Lieutenant Colonel, who I'll spell his last name, Lieutenant Colonel Boileau, who deployed to Baghdad in 2016 under Operation Impact and to Warsaw in 2022 for Operation Unifier, shared insights about training efforts for the armed forces. Wow. You know what that is, guys? You know what that is? What you see right here with this picture? It's respect, right? It's respect. The military community, the global military community, has nothing but respect for Prince Harry. Okay, like I said, Prince Harry, he's no longer a working royal. Okay, when really he is a working royal, right? He's a royal and he's working. Commonwealth country Canada wants him. They invited him to meet with these soldiers in this historic um, reserve unit. So that is just awesome. I was just so happy to see that. And Prince Harry, we all know, guys, he's in his element, right? He's in his element. Excuse me. Excuse me again. I better get some water. Or maybe I need an adult beverage. What do you guys think? I know it's Sunday. If you guys are drinking an adult beverage, or if you're eating, let me know what you're eating and what you're drinking in the chat. All right, so this picture, this right here, I love these photos. I love them. I love them. I love them. One thing about Prince Harry, and one of the reasons why he gets invited, you know, by different organizations in the United States as well as the Commonwealth countries, just globally, is the fact that he is not only so charismatic and he's got excellent social skills, right? But it's connectivity. Prince Harry knows how to connect to any and everybody, right? So this picture right here, Prince Harry, he went to go visit the Sunnybrook Veterans Center. Okay, so during his visit to Toronto, Prince Harry spent time at Sunnybrook Veterans Center, meeting and having a laugh with Canadian veterans while they showed off their creative arts program. And if you're looking on your screen, you see some of the people, some of the veterans, I should say, that serve their country, put their bodies on the line for their country. He's there, talking and mingling with those veterans, which is beautiful and awesome to see. I love it when Prince Harry is in his element, uh, mingling and engaging with the military community. The Century, home to some of Canada's most distinguished service members, has pioneered therapeutic approaches that harness artistic expression as a pathway to community and healing. That is awesome. I wonder if they got programs like that here in the United States. I doubt it. I'll do some research to see, because maybe, if they do, and if it's close to home where I live, maybe I'll do some volunteer work um, at an organization like that. Uh, the Duke observed veterans engaged in various creativities such as painting, ceramics, and photography, each offering comfort, purpose, and an outlet for processing experiences that words sometimes cannot capture. These programs provide veterans with meaningful ways to express their stories, honor their service, and find connection through art. And see, that's what I was talking about. Prince Harry, he has a great way to connect to people. Um, if you're looking at your screen and the picture on the far left where Prince Harry is kissing the hand of the female veteran. Prince Harry exchanged stories with residents of Sunny, like Brenda Reed. She's 101 years old, guys. God bless her, right? God bless her. 101 years old, who enlisted in the Royal Canadian Navy and was posted to a station in Nova Scotia, run entirely by women during the Second World War, right? That's historical. That is historical, okay? Um, wow. Uh, Brenda Reed, right? She is definitely a legend. She's a legend in her own right. She's 101 years old, and she served her country in Nova Scotia and during the Second World War, and she served in a unit that was ran entirely by women. Okay, that's important knowledge to know, knowledge to have, right? Um, let's see here, and he also visited Harold Tooth. No, I want to off. They spell the last name Toth. He's 95 years old, who served in the army during the Korean War and enlisted Queen's own rifles. When asked by Prince Harry what their most memorable war story was, Brenda cautioned that when it comes to her fellow residents, you can't always believe the boys. Look at Miss Brenda, right? Got a sister at 101 years old. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. Love these photos. Just love them, love them, love them. All right. If you're just now joining us and you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Everybody who's listening and everybody who's in the chat, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. All right, and there's Prince Harry there. Uh, let's see. All right. Go ahead and look into the chat, see what you guys are talking about. Yep, Black Queen. Yeah, there's some fake squatties. I see y'all talk about some fake squatters. Yeah, you guys, during the intro, or I should say during the beginning of this live podcast, I was talking about, man, be careful of them fence riders. Be careful. Okay. And the reason why I say be careful of fence riders is because, you know, fence riders, in my humble opinion, are so quick to demonize Harry and Meghan when they do something that they do not agree with. Okay. That seems to be the common characteristic of a fence rider. Harry and Meghan does something they do not agree with, they demonize them. Okay. They demonize them. It's okay to disagree. As a diehard fanatical fan, it's okay to disagree with something that Harry and Meghan does. Okay, there are certain things that they do that I don't particularly agree with. It doesn't happen often. Okay, it doesn't happen often, no, but there's been times where they've done something where I was like, really. But I'm not going to demonize them for it because they're human beings and they're not perfect. Okay. Uh-oh, is Church Nelly here? What's up, Church Nelly? It's been a minute, girl. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Veronica. Yeah, I'm just saying, man, you gotta be careful with the Fitz riders, man. And them podcasters who do news on everybody, right? You know how there are podcasters who they do news. They say that they're pro Harry and Meghan, know, but they do, podcasts on everybody, right? Everybody, any and everybody who's famous that is making current news, they talk about, right? But you got to watch them people because I'm telling you, when Harry and Meghan do something that they don't agree with, they're quick to demonize them. All right. So let's go back to talking about our favorite prince, the people's prince, Prince Harry. If you're looking at your screen or if you're on your smartphone, your laptop, or your smart TV, you see Prince Harry on your screen looking handsome. Prince Harry can wear a tux, can he? I mean, Prince Harry, when he wears a tux, he owns it. Okay, he owns it. Just looking so dapper. All right. Again, I am reading from success.com and championing Canadians military community. Okay. I'm, I'm talking too fast. Slow down, Special K. The Duke of Sussex joined over 500 guests at Liberty Grand Patriot Love Foundation's National Tribute Dinner. Okay. So he attended, and again, he was invited. Prince Harry was invited to attend the True Patriot Love Foundation's National Tribute Dinner. Okay. Now, this is Canada's premier event honoring the military community. As both a veteran and dedicated advocate for service members worldwide, the Duke's attendance reflected his enduring commitment to supporting those who serve. Okay, so that's Prince Harry. Yes, he does, doesn't he? Hey, Mina Ruth. Mina Ruth agrees. Yes, Prince Harry always looks good in a suit. He does. So there he is looking dapper. And what I loved about that picture, and there's actually a video showing Prince Harry coming out of I don't know if it was a limousine or a Range Rover, but he's coming out the car and he straight bypasses the red carpet, right? I love it. It's like the press was out there. He comes out, bypasses the red carpet, and goes straight into the event. He when he comes out, he says, "Hi guys," or he says, "Hey guys," keeps on walking. They're like, "Prince Harry, Prince Harry." He keeps it moving and goes straight into the event. I loved that. If you haven't seen the video, check it out. I love it. I love it. I love it. He did that because he is not there to make it about him, right? He is there to honor the military community that he's a part of. So I thought that was awesome. But if you look at the pictures on your screen, there is Prince Harry. The article goes on to say that the Duke's return to Canada follows the historic Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler 2025, which marked the game's first ever winter edition earlier this year. I mean, that was phenomenal, right? What a success. Um, when you sit back and really analyze um the Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler, 2025 that happened not too long ago. Um, you can't help but think, and you cannot help but come to the conclusion that Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler 2025, um, the very first Winter Games, the only conclusion that you can say to yourself is that, wow, that was nothing but a phenomenal success. Like, seriously, it was the first time that the Invictus Games, you know, launched the Winter Games, right? And they did it without any issues. I mean, that is phenomenal. And I know that that was not easy for them to do, right? Because really, they had the Invictus Games in two separate areas, right? They had in Toronto. I'm sorry, they had it in Vancouver and they had it in Whistler, right? And they were able to pull it off. I mean, guys, they are not getting enough credit for that, in my opinion. They were able to pull it off without a hitch. We didn't hear about any issues, any problems. They were able to pull it off. And wow, I mean, Prince Harry needs to be commanded for that. He needs what? An accomplishment. I can't stress enough how successful that was. The very first one, the very first one, the very first Winter Games, and it was a success. And clap. All right, so the article goes on to say that this evening brought together business leaders, dignitaries, and supporters from across Canada to celebrate the extraordinary contributions of Canadian Forces members, veterans, and their families. So throughout the evening, the Duke met with veterans, active service members, and their families, sharing conversations about their experiences. Among those in audience were familiar faces over Whistler Games, awesome, including James uh, Gendron. Hope I'm saying his name right. Prince Harry shared James's story with the world at the 2023 Dusseldorf Invictus Games. James bravely went on to play at the opening of the 2025 Vancouver Whistler Games. Tonight, he shared his talent once again during the evening's proceedings. So there's Prince Harry. There you go, right? There's Prince Harry maintaining those relationships, maintaining those close connections that he has, not only with veterans, the military community and their families, but also the wounded soldiers, veterans that are participating or have participated in the Invictus Games. My God. Remember when Prince Harry and Meghan won the Humanitarians of the Year award for their initiative, Parents Network, right? And the person that introduced them and that gave award had released a statement on Facebook explaining the reasons why Prince Harry and Meghan were chosen to be honorees for the Humanitarians of the Year award. And one thing that stuck out to me was how that person stressed over and over again how Prince Harry and Meghan maintain communications and connectivity with the parents of the parent network, that they call the parents, they follow up with the parents, they're engaging with. If the parents need something, they make sure that they get what they need. If they can't get it for them, they're going to find another resource that can get whatever it is that they need for them, right? I mean, she went on and on and on and on how Prince Harry and Meghan are engaging, and they continue to be engaged with the people that they serve. Okay. When you have real life human beings that get in front of a camera or, they're on social media talking about how Prince Harry and Meghan, stay in contact with them and how engaging they are, how much engaging that they are. Um, no matter how much you have outside evil forces trying to bring them down, it's not going to work because there are real people who have a true testimony about Prince Harry and Meghan. Okay. All right. But Prince Harry, love him. I love him. I love him for his military service and I love him for his advocacy and I just love him. He's an outstanding man. He truly, truly is. So there he is looking dapper. Um, and I just love how he's sitting with the veterans. In one of those pictures, it looks like all eyes are on him, but he's staying focused. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go into the chat. For those of you who are just now joining us, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. All right, I'm looking into the chat. Oh my goodness, what happened to my tickler? Let me go ahead and put my tickler on. All right. Yep. I'm gonna put this back up. So Black Queen says, hey. Well, actually, Black Queen's talking to Susie Q. Black Queen says, can you believe these fake squaddies? It made me sick. Or perhaps it's the Derangers squad fishing. Like I was saying, you got to be careful of those fence riders. And, just be careful in general because, guys, our fandom has gotten so huge. It's gotten so big. And, let me go ahead and go to this screen right here. So I'm about to do a random thought. Oops. Let's see. I'm about to do a random thought. All right. Usually I do random thoughts, for the channel members, but I'm gonna bless you guys with a random thought. Special K thoughts, random thought. Okay. Let me talk about the Sussex Squad movement right now. All right. We're gonna have a frank conversation, an honest conversation about the Sussex Squad movement right now. Okay. We all know that the Sussex Squad uh, is an organic movement. It's an organic movement. It began back in 2016. I wasn't a part of the Success Squad in 2016. Okay. I probably didn't join until maybe late 2017, 2018. Okay. But the Success Squad is an organic movement. It's an organic movement of Harry and Meghan fans that got together because we noticed the dehumanization, the crucifixion, the vilification that was happening to Harry and Meghan, that was spearheaded by the royal family and co-signed by the British press, the British tabloid press, um, many bots and people on social media, um, as well as rural reporters, rural commentators. Okay. So the Success Squad movement began organically, and the main mission was to counteract or fight these evil forces that were trying to tear Harry and Meghan down with facts. Call them out on their bullshit, right? Call them out on their lies. Okay. Whenever they lie about Harry and Meghan, we would respond with receipts proving their lies. Okay. We would confront royal reporters and royal commentators with their lies. Okay. With facts, with real, true facts. When that would happen, okay, royal commentators and royal reporters would respond to us, right? Sometimes they would respond to us in their burner accounts, right? You got a lot of royal report commentators who got like 3, 4, 5, 6 different accounts on X. It's hard to believe, but it's true. Okay. But what ended up happening was Harry and Meghan noticed the Success Squad, right? Harry and Meghan noticed the Success Squad. Success Squad started fundraising for Harry and Meghan. And not only did we get on Harry and Meghan's radar, but we started to get on um, big business radar, right? We started to get on different newspapers, magazines. We started getting shout outs from different magazines, different newspapers, um, Daily Mail. We started to get on their radar. They started writing articles about us, right? We just started, became world famous at the end of the day, right? And we noticed that we have influence, right? We have influence. There have been some rural commentators, rural reporters that uh, that have actually lost their jobs because of the Success Squad, right? But what I want to say about the Success Squad movement today is that we have got to be very careful in regards to who we co-sign with when it comes to the fam. Okay. Seriously. We got to be careful who we co-sign with when it comes to the fam, who we let in this inner circle. And I know that's not easy because we are a worldwide bona fide, baby. And that's hard because there are no leaders in the Success Squad, right? No leaders whatsoever. Okay. But what's happening is that we have become bankable. People make money off of us as well. Okay. And Harry and Meghan are a huge business. Okay. Take it back to the days of Tina and Michelle, Success Squad podcast. Okay. Take it back to those days. All right. There were no podcasters podcasting about Harry and Meghan. Okay. Tina and Michelle didn't start Success Squad podcast to make money. Right. They started Success Squad podcast for their love of Harry and Meghan. They started Success Squad podcast to provide a platform for fans like us who were sick and tired of reading nothing and hearing nothing but negativity about Harry and Meghan. Right? Right? So take it back to those days. Those guys were not in it for the money. You could also refer to there were other podcasters that were out. Like used to listen to them a lot. Duchess. Those guys didn't get together for the money. They got together for their love of Harry and Meghan. Okay. I know I'm rambling, but what I'm saying is that the Success Squad movement, the Success Squad, it's sacred, guys. It's sacred. And we have to be careful who we allow in this fam. To be careful in regards to who we trust in this fam. I say that. Harry and Meghan are big business. Okay. And now you've got all of these different podcasters who talk about any and every famous that are talking about Harry and Meghan. And they realize that a lot of their views, they get more views when they talk about Harry and Meghan. And yeah, they start off, being positive and being pro Harry and Meghan and yada, 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 yada. Okay. But whenever Harry and Meghan do something that garners a lot of press that people don't necessarily agree with what they've done, those same podcasters who are so pro Harry and Meghan, they will flip. And the reason why they will flip is because it makes money for them. Okay? It makes money for them. So just be careful who we let in our family. Just be careful who we let in our family because the Success Squad movement, it's precious, it's sacred. This is a sacred movement. Those of you who are in the chat, many of you have been here since 2016, 2017. I'm not saying that no new squaddies can join. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is watch them. Don't give them an honorary Success Squad badge until you watch their habits for a while. Okay? A lot of press, a lot of these British tabloid press people, a lot of these British tabloids, even American tabloids and American commentators, you know, they see us and they try to cause disruption within our fam. They really, really do. And a lot of these American podcasters, they're jumping on the bandwagon. When they start their podcast, story that they want to talk about is Harry and Meghan. Why? Because they garner views, makes them money. Okay. So I guess what I'm saying is that the Success Squad movement has come to a point now where it's gotten so big and so huge that I don't want to say that it's uncontrollable, but it's just gotten to the point now to where it's like it's not to me, to a certain degree, it's not real anymore. And I hate that's coming out my mouth, but it's like, when something becomes so huge and so successful that, that it's almost like we've reached a certain peak to where when you see certain certain people who say that they're squatties, and you see certain podcasters who say the pro Sussex Squad. You're like, no, you're not. You're just here to make money, or you're just here, to be a part of something because you have nothing else going on. You just got a lot of new people who are joining the sex movement who are not genuine, guys. They're just not genuine. They're not genuine. And so I'm just saying, just be careful. Just be careful, because this movement has gotten so huge and it's gotten so big, and I just kind of feel like we're headed to a point to where it's not real anymore. And I hate to sound that way. I really, really do. But it's like you got people who claim that they're pro Harry and Meghan, they're on X, and all they doing is arguing and fighting on X. That's all they do. It's just argue and fight on X. Mhm. So anyway, like I said, there are no leaders in the Sussex Squad, but for those of us who are genuine about this and that are real about this and true to the game about this, we just got to remember to stay focused and keep it old school. I'm sorry, but keep it old school. That's it. Keep it old school. You know, keep it old school. I just see a lot. I see a lot of mess. I know I'm going on and on, but I just see a lot. I do. I see a lot. It's like, where were you when we was all in the trenches? Like, for real though, where were you at in 2018, 19, and 20 when the British press literally tried to kill Meghan while she was pregnant? Like, where were you? You understand what I'm saying? Like, where were you? But yet, you want to dehumanize and vilify Meghan just because she went to Kris Jenner's birthday party? Like, really? But all right, all right, all right. That's my random thought, and I'm going to actually do a real random thought um about the Success Squad fandom and how we have to be careful of evil forces, and we have to not be so quick to rubber stamp somebody and allow them in our fam when really that person's platform is really just to gossip and make money. All right, let me get back. Ah. Oh, Suzuki, you saw that video? Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was great. He comes out the limousine or the SUV or just whatever and skips the red carpet. He's like, "Hey guys," skips the red carpet and goes straight into the event. Love him for that. Okay, so Robin says, and for those of you who are listening, what I'm doing right now is I am reading comments. Robin says, IG25 left millions in Vancouver for the recovery programs. What an accomplishment. See? One thing about Prince Harry and Meghan is like when they do something, of course they do it big, but they're always leaving some type of financial assistance, right? Which is awesome. Okay, here's a post, or I should say a comment, my bad, from G. Oops. Bleep. Okay, here we go. G says, I have never thought of what it's like to be British. It's never crossed my mind because it's just part of my makeup. What I do think about, however, is pockets of the UK is getting worse, more racist. Okay. Thank you for your comment. Yeah, and that could be maybe just an American thing. Because a lot of Americans, we talk about what it's like to be American, what it means to us to be American, especially in these and times of what's going on. The foolery that's in this country. Right? There's a lot of foolery going on in this country. Are there any squatties in the chat that live in North Carolina? Oh my God. Okay, like ICE has landed in Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay. Um, so there is a lot of talk going on in this country about, who's American, what is it, what does it feel like to be American, this, that, and the other. Okay, so Abby, how are you doing, Abby? Abby says, it's embarrassing to see William pegging and Kate Middleton chasing everything Harry and Meghan. It's like they want to be Harry and Meghan so badly that they will need a mental health checkup. Others, um, I don't know what to say about those two at this time. My mind draws a blank. I know Wank recently had his Earth shot thingamajig, but can anybody honestly name who the winners were? Like, like seriously, can anybody name who the winners were? And I literally almost spit out my yank when I saw that Wank had called in to Dancing of the Stars, right? To wish his friend good luck. Um, I know I had posted something on my X page about Wank calling into Dancing with the Stars or whatever that name of that TV show is. I had posted his picture and the caption was tacky and lame. Because there have been a lot of stories written about Prince Harry and Meghan going to Kris Jenner's birthday party, and you know, apparently royal insiders said that they were tacky and lame for going to Kris Jenner's birthday party. But then yet you got Prince William calling into Dancing of the Stars, right? Basically copying and repeating and copying what Prince Harry and Meghan did a few years ago. And when they did it a few years ago, they were dehumanized and vilified for doing it, right? Crazy. Hello, Joy. How are you? Yeah. Yeah, I was just talking about them. So Abby says, I remember the Tina and Michelle and V days. Gosh, that was a very hard time. Yes, 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 yes. I wish those ladies would come back and just do one podcast. Like, can y'all just bless us with one podcast? But that's what I'm saying, though. If you really take it back to those days, Tina, Michelle, V, like those guys were not doing Harry and Meghan podcast for money, right? That was organic. They did that for the love of Harry and Meghan. They did it to provide a platform for us fans who were sick and tired of the visceral and the vilification, the crucifixion and the dehumanization of Harry and Meghan. I mean, it was bad back in those days. Like sometimes it would seriously like affect my mental health. You know, every time I get on social media, those guys were getting crucified. Crucified. right? There was no positive platform. And that's what Tina and Michelle provided on their own time with no type of financial backing. Okay. And when you fast forward it to today, it's like, it don't feel real no more. I'm sorry, it don't feel real no more. Yep. And Miss Lydia, who's been around, you know, so OG. Miss Lydia says, very well said, Special K. The discernment is needed. I'm sorry. The discernment is needed when dealing with people, and that includes even within the Sussex Squad. Yeah, you got to be careful. It's sad. It's sad that we have to be that way. Right? It is. It's sad that we have to watch out for so-called fellow squatties. But for me, I can spot them. I can spot them real quick. I can. I don't know if I got instant or instinct fake squatty radar, but I could tell a fake squatty. I'm sorry. I can. I got good fake squatty radar. Uh-huh. Yeah. Like Robin says. Money is their motivator. Harry and Meghan, money bank. Right. Money bank. All right. Black Queen. Is it Tessa or Tissa? Tissa Tells piss me off. Y'all don't go back to any of her podcasts about H and fraudulent. She is the person I'm exactly talking about. She's one of the people that I'm exactly talking about. Okay. She's one of them that I'm exactly talking about. I never trusted her. Never. I think she's good. Don't get me wrong. I think she's good at her at her platform, her channel. I think her channel is good. I think she's good for entertainment, but I never felt that she was like all in for Harry and Meghan, because at the end of the day, for her, it's about building her channel and making money. Okay. And people like that, they blow with the wind. They blow with the wind. Okay. You got to be careful with people like that. No, I'm not saying don't listen to her or not at all. But what I'm saying is, don't get mad and don't get pissed off when she turns negative. That's all I'm saying. Okay. But she uses Harry and Meghan for views and turns negative, because that's exactly what she's doing right now. She has done at least maybe 5 different podcasts, maybe even 6. She might be on her 6th one, about Harry and Meghan going to the freaking Kris Jenner party. She's exploiting it. She is exploiting it. But I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all. Is Bony Money in the house? All right. Go ahead and move on. Right. Continuing on, Prince Harry. So he was in Canada And we all know that he did receive a lot of backlash, right? I don't know if there's any Canadian squatties in the chat, but whoo, my man, husband, he received a lot of backlash from some very hurt Canadians about him, wearing the LA Dodgers hat, the World Series game, right? And back in Canada, and he explained why the LA Dodgers hat, which we all basically knew, right? We basically knew that probably the reason why he wore the hat was because he was invited by the owner, and the owner probably had, right? So he wore it, out of respect. But he apologized, and he put on a, a, a Blue Jays ball hat. You know what cracks me up about that whole situation right there? Is what do people want from Prince Harry? Okay, I'm not talking about the fans. I'm not talking about Sussex Squad, right? I'm just saying in general, right? What the hell do people want from Prince Harry? And what I mean by that is he is not a working member of the royal family. He does not represent the royal family. Why was y'all panties in a knot when he wore a LA Dodgers hat? Like, like seriously, he's not Canadian. He's British. Okay. And I was reading that, because he's a part of the royal family and he represents the Commonwealth. Da, 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 da. Does he? Does Prince Harry represent Commonwealth? Really? And then Megan got some heat too. You saw a lot of Canadians who were mad at Megan for wearing an LA Dodgers hat. It's like, really? Megan is American. She was born in LA. I get it that she lived and worked in Canada for 10 years. Okay. But come on, like, really? The ownership over Megan and Harry is mind boggling to me, right? It's mind boggling to me how different people from different ethnic backgrounds or different countries really on ownership over these two. Like, where was all this heat for your king? I didn't see corrupt Chuck congratulating the Toronto Blue Jays or wishing them luck. I didn't see Wank, Prince William, wishing the Toronto Blue Jays good luck. But y'all mad at Prince Harry and Meghan. I just thought that was funny. I laughed the whole time when I was reading the comments. I laughed the whole time. Now, and in the comments, because I'll be up in the comments because I can take it right out of the comments. I in a lot of the comments, people are like, "Come on, guys, it's just a baseball game. Get real. It's just a baseball game. Like, get real." Especially when the comments were geared towards Megan. People were like, "The girl is American. She was born in LA." Okay. Like, for every picture that a Toronto Blue Jays hat, I can counteract a picture with her wearing an LA Dodgers hat. Like, shut up. Like, be quiet. Like, get over it. Like, she was living in Canada. She was just, she was supporting the home team, but now she's home. So she's going to support her team. I guarantee you if Megan went to if Megan, I guarantee you, while living in Canada, if Megan went to a baseball game that was Dodgers versus the Toronto Blue Jays, she would have had on a LA Dodgers hat. Okay. So I thought it was funny, but I was happy to see Prince Harry apologize to the Canadian people. Um, it's hampered them down a little bit. I don't know because I don't live in Canada, so I don't know. And I don't know anybody personally who's Canadian. But thought that whole situation right there was just way over the top ridiculous. But then if you look at it another way, it just really goes to show how the Canadian people really do love them some Prairie, right? They really do love them some Prairie. And they were disappointed. They were hurt. They wanted to see the prince wearing a Toronto Blue Jays hat. So, and you guys know my story. You know that I was raised in California, but I can't stand the LA Dodgers. No, ma'am, no, sir, no how. So, I was hate. I was hate supporting the Blue Jays because I am a diehard San Francisco Giants fan. Okay, diehard. So I was hate supporting the Toronto Blue Jays. But you know what's interesting with me though is that when the LA Dodgers played in the World Series last year against the New York Yankees, I wanted the LA Dodgers to win. I didn't want the Stanley. So there you go. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and look into the chat real quick. V Thomas says, "How are you doing, V?" Says everyone was more upset about the loss than what Harry's hat was wearing. Glad to hear that. I like glad to hear that because um um it's a shame that the, like how did they let that happen? Right? How did they let that happen? They let that game just slip out of their hands. Like, come on. Did you guys watch the World Series? What was that? Bottom of the 10th or top of the 10th? The bases were loaded. The bases were loaded. The LA Dodgers had the bases loaded, right? Still couldn't score a run. Mm, mm, mm. Anyway, but at the end of the day, though, the World Series in its totality, it was one of the best World Series ever, though. Got to give it to them. Hand clap to them. That was one of the best World Series. Oh, there's somebody who's a New Yorker. Oh, Robin, you're a New Yorker? Robin says, I'm a New Yorker. The Dodgers began in Brooklyn. I'm a Yankees and Giants fan. Oh, okay. Now, one thing about it, when I go to LA, and I go to California a lot throughout the year because I got family that stays out there, close family, and I got a lot of friends that live out there that I've known since freaking first grade. Okay, like I got friends that I've known since the first grade that live in Cali. I've got friends that I graduated from middle school and high school with that live out in Cali. So when I go out to Cali, you know, I'm visiting and seeing all kinds of people in northern and southern California. But one thing I will say though, like in LA, the LA Dodgers rule, okay? They rule. They are the kings, okay? Cuz keep in mind we have the Anaheim Angels, right? And ain't nobody came for the Anaheim Angels. Ain't happening. Or how about the San Diego Padres? Whew! You had a lot of people who were fans of Diego Padres that were rooting on the LA Dodgers. So unserious. All right, moving on. Again, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, guys. Hit the thumbs up button. A subscriber, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. All right. So I know we are aware of this news. Prince Harry and Meghan, they attended Gala 2025, my bad, Gala. Prince Harry, of course, looking dapper in suit, and Meghan, she had on um, a skirt in it, looking chic and glamorous. I love it when Meghan wears her hair pulled back. I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And the GOAT, the greatest of all, Serena Williams. Okay. She attended the Baby2Baby Gala. And the main reason was she was an honoree. Yeah, that's my phone. She was an honoree. So congratulations to Serena Williams. She was an honoree at the Baby2Baby Gala. And my goodness, I mean, there were like a lot of heavy hitters there, weren't there? A lot of heavy hitters there. And what I mean by that is that there were just a lot of famous people with deep pockets that attended the Baby2Baby Gala. A lot of famous faces were there. Now, I guys that this Baby2Baby 2025 gala actually raised $18 million. Like, wow, like really? $18 million? Whoa, that's a lot of, like my grandma would say, that's a lot of pennies. That's a lot of pennies. All right, so the Baby2Baby 2025 gala, which took place in West Hollywood, honored Serena Williams, the greatest of all time, with the Giving Tree Award. Okay. I didn't know this, but the Baby2Baby Gala, they actually had Ludacris um perform. I didn't know that. Awesome. And Alicia Keys presented the award to Serena Williams. Wow, okay. I didn't see Alicia Keys there. I didn't know Alicia Keys was there. Okay, my bad. All right. So like I said, uh actually it was record breaking. It was a record breaking fundraising gala. Uh raising $18 million. This money will provide essentials to who are living in poverty. Wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm just still taken back how they raised $18 million one night. Um, so again, the Baby2Baby Gala raised $18 million. It's a nonprofit organization, and those funds will provide essentials to women and children who are living in poverty, like diapers and clothing and, oh wow, housing assistance and food. Wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Squatties, we all know, right? That when Prince Harry and Meghan left the royal family and when they moved to Santa Barbara, one of their first public um, appearances was them volunteering uh, with Baby2Baby to hand out backpacks and um, diapers, baby wipes, clothes. I believe Baby2Baby, they had some type of school, back to school event, and Harry and Meghan were there. This is back in, I believe, 2020 or 2021, guys. When this is during COVID now. This is when everybody was wearing masks and all that. But Prince Harry and Meghan, they uh, were with the volunteers of Baby2Baby, handing out school backpacks. Remember the kids? The kids were so cute, right? They helped the kids pick out backpacks, and the cars would pull up, and they would give them, diapers, wipes, and just essentials that for young kids and toddlers and these two families that were in need at that time, and back to school items as well, such as backpacks and folders, binders, um, pencils, papers. Uh, and that was a real need back in those days, because that was when COVID had, right? Remember them days? Everybody was walking around in mask and all you. But Baby2Baby was definitely one of the organizations that Harry and Meghan, one of the first organizations that Harry and Meghan volunteered their time to when they moved to California. There were other organizations as well. And, when you really think about it, probably one of the first organizations where they volunteered their time to during COVID was when they were knocking on doors, um, giving out food. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of it. Let me look up on the internet. Um, and it's crazy hammered for it, right? I mean, they got vilified for that. And I was just like, all they're trying to do is help feed people, right? That's all they're doing is knocking on doors and giving people food, right? Because people could not, um, they needed, actually, what it was that organization needed more volunteers because COVID did hit, right? So they needed more volunteers to go out to homes to give these meals to families in need. It's called Angel Food on Wheels or something like that. Let me look it up real quick. Project Angel Food. That's what it's called. But so if you take it way back then, Prince Harry and Meghan, since they moved to California, have really lot to service the community that they live in and the outside surrounding communities as well. As soon as they moved to California, they hit running, right? Like for real, they hit the ground running. But and that's why they're so well liked in California, because people in California actually see with their own eyes what Harry and Meghan are doing and what they're volunteering for. I'm gonna look it up on the internet real quick. I'm gonna Google it real quick. Let's see if it even comes up. Let me see. Okay, so I found it. Prince Harry and Meghan volunteered for Baby2Baby in August 2020. Guys, that was 5 years ago, at a drive-through event in Los Angeles to hand out school supplies and other essentials to families in need. Okay, so there you go. And they got the picture of Meghan and Harry. They both were dressed alike. They both had on shorts, and the shorts were the same. They both had on white tops. They both had masks on. There you go. So Prince Harry and Meghan, to fast forward this, to move this along, Prince Harry and Meghan, they've had a long-standing relationship with the nonprofit organization Baby2Baby, right? Which is awesome. All right, and there's the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Serena Williams, Meghan, and the two co-CEOs of Baby2Baby. And I was reading somewhere that the two of Baby2Baby, they actually had attended a seat at the table summit. They were there as well. So again, Prince Harry and Meghan, they are building relationships with people that are in influential and powerful positions, and they're networking, which they should be and they need to be because they have their own foundation to raise as well. So it's good to have connections with people who are in a position of influence and power. And my God, if you are the CEO of a nonprofit organization that is able to raise $18 million in one night, yes, I definitely would say, yeah, Prince Harry and Meghan. Network. Network is the key. I love that red dress though. That red dress is just stunning. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about the foolery, and we're just gonna go ahead, honest conversation. Is anybody in the chat who just absolutely didn't think it was a good idea for Prince Harry and Meghan to attend Kris Jenner's birthday party? Um, Let me know in the chat why you didn't think it was a good idea. And trust me, all opinions are very, very welcome here. Okay, very, very, very welcome here. Just let me know in the chat why you didn't think it was a good idea. Like, why did what makes you think that it just really wasn't a good idea for Prince Harry and Meghan to attend Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party? Um, I Special K thought I didn't have an issue with it at all. I didn't. I really honestly don't see what the big deal is. I do understand why some people felt it wasn't a good idea. I get it. Trust get it. Some are saying, well, it wasn't a good idea for her to, be pictured with the Kardashians. Okay. People, the Kardashians. Okay. People just love it. They love to crash the Kardashian, not crash, trash the Kardashians. Okay. And I get it because a lot of people are like, why are they famous? Okay. In order to get famous, Kim basically sold her sex tape to Ray J. Okay, so I get it. I get it. But at the end of the day, according to that A-list top-notch celebrities that attended Kris Jenner's party, evidently in some circles in Hollywood, she's very, very well respected, right? She's very well respected. Some people say, well, Meghan, she shouldn't attended because it was at Jeff is it Bezos mansion. People really are we really gonna go there? Where was all that heat when Megan was sitting next to Jeff at Beyonce's concert? Yes, Beyonce, who also at party. Okay. Like if I go to your house, I better not see any Amazon boxes in your garage. Okay. When I go to your house, I better not see no Amazon boxes in your garage. I and come on now, guys. It didn't they just make an announcement? Didn't they just make an announcement that Megan is going to appear in a movie that's produced by Amazon? Like, hello. I'm just saying the hypocrisy. Okay. Well, she shouldn't be seen partying with, you know, Mark Zuckerberg, whatever that guy's name is, the CEO or the founder of Facebook, because, her and Megan are constantly talking about, the harms of social media, and Facebook definitely harms, you know, young kids in social media. But here she in with Mark Zuckerberg, whose whose Facebook is known for grossly and willfully uh, putting out misinformation, disinformation. I get it. I get it. Again, I get it. But it was Kris Jenner's birthday party. It wasn't Mark Zuckerberg's birthday party. It was Chris's birthday party. Sometimes people in Harry and Meghan's position are going to be seen in the same circles as people that they have issues with. Okay? Just saying. Kris Jenner. Okay? I mean, our memories are short. Are our memories short when it comes to Kris Jenner? Okay. Wasn't it Meghan who sent Kris Jenner a promotional basket of her strawberry jam or spread when the company at that time was known American Riviera Orchard? Did we forget about that? Wasn't it Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, who sent Kris Jenner a promotional basket of her strawberry jam? Hello. And Kris Jenner posted a picture of it on her Instagram page of 51 million followers. And she thanked Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. And then took Kris Jenner's IG post that she sent Kris Jenner a promotional basket and reposted it on her Instagram page. Like, did we forget about we forget about that? As ever, when As Ever dropped, right? When they changed the name from American Riviera Orchard, was a great idea, to As Ever. Didn't Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, send Kris Jenner a promotional box of As Ever products? And Kris Jenner took a picture of it and posted the As Ever products on her Instagram page of 51 followers, thanking Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, for sending her a promotional box. And Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, took Kris Jenner's post thanking her and posted it on her As Ever IG page. Do we have short memories? Hmm? Hmm. Hmm. Y'all could spare me with that BS. Now again, if you don't like the fact that Meghan went to their party, I mean, you definitely are entitled to your opinion. But I just want you to look at the totality of what's going on. That's all. Look at the totality of what's going on. All those A-list celebrities that were at that birthday party, but Harry and Meghan are the ones that are getting all the heat? Really? Harry and Meghan are the ones that have to meet the perfect standard, the litmus test? Really? All them A-list celebrities that were there? Beyonce was there. Adele was there. Adele did say though, ain't nobody taking no photos of me. I mean, she didn't actually say that, but I'm just saying, Adele walked in there and had her face covered. There. Stevie Wonder, the legendary Stevie Wonder was there. Tyler Perry was there. I mean, the who of who's was there. Okay. Now, I'm not saying all those people were there out of love for Kris Jenner. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is, evidently, she definitely has respect in certain Hollywood circles. Maybe she's a nice person, you know? Evidently, she's got power. Kris Jenner has power in Hollywood. Look what she's managed to do. She's managed to take her daughters, who have absolutely no talent, and made them multi-millionaires 20 times over. Now, I get people have issues with Kim Kardashian. I get it. Issues with her in regards to how and the way she became famous. I get it. But look where Kim is at today. Look where Kim Kardashian is at today. The girl literally just graduated from law school. Yeah, she flunked the bar. Yeah, but a lot of people who graduate from law school, the first time they take the bar, they flunk it. They don't pass it. Okay? Look at some of the other work Kim has done in regards to criminal justice. She's worked with different law firms and she's gotten innocent people released from prison. Now, I'm not saying Kim's a saint. I'm not saying that Kim's not a media, a media tool. I'm not, that's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is, I just see a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? I see a lot of mean girl shaming when it comes to Kim Kardashian. I never ever in life ever thought I would find myself in a situation to where I would be defending Kim Kardashian. Woo! I need a drink. I got some ass ever Napa Valley 2024. I need a drink. But I'm just saying, right? Maybe, perhaps, maybe Meghan and Harry went to the birthday party knowing that they were going to get backlash, but they felt that, you know what? We're going to go ahead and take this backlash because being there for someone who has supported us and helped me promote my new business is more important. They showed up for me, I'm going to show up for them and be there to celebrate their monumental birthday with them. Okay? Just saying. And my thing is, who cares if it's a PR stunt? It wasn't a PR stunt when Megan asked Kris Jenner to help her promote the As Ever products. That wasn't a PR stunt. That wasn't a marketing tool to use Kris Jenner to help promote As Ever. I don't get it. I, I I don't. But if you have different opinions, of course they're welcome. They're absolutely welcome. But um, I'm just saying. Now, I do think it was a debacle. It was a big time debacle to have the photos deleted. Once the photos were released, they should have just let the chips fall where they may, right? Having them delete the photos made it a bigger scandal than what it was. I think deleting the photos is what's made it bigger than what it is, me personally. So you're saying that Kim didn't graduate. Okay, so where are you getting your information from? Ah, hold on. Chris Kris Jenner is a gangster mom. She made all of her children millionaires. She's got the magic touch when it comes to her daughters, though. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Um, Black Queen says I can't stand people who live in glass houses throwing stones. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Um, are Harry and Meghan perfect? No. People who have an issue with them attending the birthday party, I get it, but I need to look at the totalities of the situation. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know. Yeah, I agree with that. She looked good though. I just, I mean, again, I don't want to shame, but I just hope her face doesn't crack because she looked good. So Robin asked, "Can you take the bar before graduation?" Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I know somebody whose son graduated from law school, and um, he had to take the bar 3 times before he finally passed. Yeah, I agree. So Benjamin says, frankly, I don't know who asked for photos to be taken down, but once they were up, I wouldn't have taken them down. Now tabloids know their weak spot. Wrong move. Yeah, they should have just once the photos were out, they should have just left them alone. Everybody and their grandmama was on Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian's Instagram page, waiting to see if photos of Harry and Meghan were going to be posted at that party. Okay. Everybody was on their Instagram page. So once those photos were released, It was a done deal. There was just no point to be taking them down. I think them taking the photos down made the story bigger than what it actually was, than what it actually is, me personally. Okay, that's new information to me. So Joyce says you don't have to go in California. Only all you have to do is pass a law examination. You can practice law in California only. Oh, okay. All right. Well, the friend that I'm talking about, her son, he went to law school. He graduated from UCLA. And like I said, he's took in the bar. The third time he actually passed. Yeah. Another thing that seems to get lost. Let me tell you something. I can't stand TMZ. I promise you I can't. But a lot of the information and the gossip that they get is true. Okay. A lot of the stories that they get be true. Q says, but it wasn't Harry and Meghan's photos alone were deleted, which is true, right? That's true. Their photos weren't the only photos that were deleted. So I get why people say that, Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner, they're nothing but media tools. I get it because they were quick to post photos, right? But my thing is, if you go into somebody's birthday party and you take photos, then you should expect that your photos get published. Or maybe I'm wrong for thinking that, but anyway. Hold on. I gotta get my Yorkie because he's crying. Hold on. All right, I'm back. You might hear pattering of little feet. I need to get his nails clipped. All right, I'm still reading your comments. So Mina Ruth, hi Mina, says there's an article from, I don't even know how to say that name. Feminegra. Is that how you say it? Feminine. No, I cannot read. Explaining why they deleted the photos. Okay. There's all kinds of different versions of why they deleted the photos. Can anybody in the chat tell me, did Harry and Meghan's spokesperson actually say why they deleted the photos? Right? Was there actually a statement from Harry and Meghan's spokesperson explaining why they deleted the photos? Now, I kind of do believe that maybe the reason why it was requested that the deleted was because Prince Harry didn't want it didn't want the photo released showing that he was partying on Remembrance Day. Like, I could see that, right? So I could understand that. Right. That's plausible and it's believable that they may have requested that the photos be deleted because, Prince Harry, he had the poppy seat on and they didn't want to appear to be partying on or around Remembrance Day. So that's possible. I can definitely see that. Um, yeah, I agree. Ron, I think they pay people well for info, special K. Yeah, we're talking about TMZ. I think they pay people very, very well. And from what I heard, is that they have a huge organization um, of contacts all throughout the LA area on their payroll, like hotels, people who work um, at these expensive restaurants as valets, waitresses, servers, like like they just got all throughout the LA area. They have like a huge payroll of people that can give them real information, truthful information about celebrities, what's going on with celebrities. So, but you know what? A lot of these celebrities, um, call TMZ up themselves and let them know and say, hey, I'm gonna be at this restaurant at 3 o'clock. So, y'all could be there, take a photo of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's Hollywood, right? It's Hollywood. It's the Hollywood game. You know? Yeah, yeah, I know. Hey, Compton Cali. Yeah, I know Rupert Murdoch owns TMZ. Yeah. Okay, so nobody's heard actually anything from Harry and Meghan's spokesperson about why the photos were deleted. Yes. It's hard to say what is real and what is not is real. I mean, that I heard about the consent to release photos, which makes sense to me, right? It makes sense to me. Like I said, I would think that if I'm taking pictures at a birthday party, um, I wouldn't be surprised if those pictures were released out to the public, right? However, before you release those pictures, be some type of agreement that people are okay with their pictures being released to the public, right? One would think. Um, I don't know. It was a public event. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think like if a public person goes to a public event and they take pictures, does that mean that whoever took the pictures has to get the consent to release those pictures publicly? That's another good question. I don't know. I would think yes, you would. I would think yes, you should get consent to release those pictures publicly. Okay, so Lizzie Ann says, "Woo, it's getting late. Let me let you guys go." I believe they said everyone signed a contract about photos being posted, yes or no, and they put no. Okay. But then I read a story that that wasn't true. I read a story that there wasn't no consent these contract about the photos. So yeah, that's a good point. Veronica says some celebrities have events and we never see photos of the inside of their events. True. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so yeah, what? Yeah, a party like that. So Black Queen says it was by invitation only. Yeah, a party like that, absolutely. So it wasn't a public party; it was a private party. And then, come on, Special K thoughts. Why would it be a public party? It's not like Kris Jenner would just let in the public to her party. I'm not thinking straight. All right. Let's see. All right. So let's go ahead and end on a very, very positive, and that is with Love Megan. Yay! People fall out. What if Kris Jenner appears on this Christmas special? Are people gonna fall out? Ah. So the news came out, of course, guys, that With Love Megan holiday session is going to premiere December 3rd on Netflix. Yay! So can't wait for that. We don't know the details of this Christmas special yet. Don't know who's going to be on there. Um, I think it did say that it was going to feature, a host of her friends and family. I'm going to be straight up honest with you right now. Like I was saying previously during this live podcast, that it is okay to disagree with Harry and Meghan. It's okay that you don't have to vilify, dehumanize, and crucify them doing it. So I'm just gonna put this disclaimer alert out right now. I'm really not interested in seeing some of the same old friends. Just saying. Really, the only friend that I want to see a repeat of is Mr. Daniel Martin. That's it. But that's just me. Okay, that's just me. But looking forward to With Love Megan, the Christmas holiday special. Um, it'll be interesting to see, what they cook up. I hope and I pray that we do get to see Doria, though. I do. I hope we see Doria. I highly doubt that we're going to see the kids. I don't think so. But you never know. You never know. It would be nice to see them, but if they're not on there, that's fine. But I would love to see Megan's mom on there, um, and whoever else that she has on there. So, with Love Megan holiday special, holiday celebration. My bad. Will premiere December 3rd on Netflix, and it says we'll be embracing traditions and making new ones. So that is awesome, awesome, awesome to see what they'll be cooking for Christmas dinner. And the Christmas decorations are going to be very, very detailed. They're going to be very, very detailed. I highly doubt that I'll be able to keep up. But something to definitely look forward to, guys. Okay, the Christmas special, December 3rd on Netflix. All right, guys, let's see. We have come to the end of this awesome, awesome, awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast of Sussex Talk. I'm your host, Special K Thoughts. Um, if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, please. Everybody, please hit the thumbs up button. Uh, like I said, we've got the Christmas special to look forward to, December 3rd, which is not too far. We're about 2 weeks, 2.5 more weeks. Whoa, this year is going by, guys. My God, it's going to be 2026. Jesus. Man, where did the year go? I can't what I did in January. What did I do January this year? I have no clue. None whatsoever. Um, so that to look forward to. Let's see. Anything else we got to look forward to? For now, no, but you guys know how these two work. Tomorrow they'll drop some news that Megan's going to attend some summit or some meeting and give a speech, and Prince Harry is back in Ukraine. You guys know how these two do. All right, guys, I made this live podcast. Again, thank you for listening to Sussex Talk. Okay, thoughts. Thank you for being on my channel, Meghan, Duchess of Advocacy World Podcast. You can follow us on YouTube. You can follow us on X. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow me, Special K Thoughts, on TikTok. And you can also follow Meghan, Duchess of Advocacy, on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well. I recently posted a new podcast of Meghan, Duchess of Advocacy. It was about Prince Harry, and my God, it got a lot of views. So thank you for your support on Apple Podcasts, and I'll definitely be posting more podcasts on Apple as well. So again, thank you for your support. Don't forget to feed the chickens. All right, seriously, don't forget the chickens. All right. Stay hydrated. I know it's getting cold, or it may be cold already where you live. I've noticed in some states here in the United States, it's already started snowing. My God. Where I live, it's been sunny and cold. Uh, my family, my brothers who live in California, they said it's been raining, raining almost every day. So that's interesting. But my point is, during weather, it's very, very important to stay hydrated. Okay. Stay hydrated. All right. And guys, no bad energy. No bad energy as well. Okay. You guys ready for the rebel yell? What? Captain Kelly, you was banned from X? What? You was banned from X and you received your first strike on TikTok. I got a strike on TikTok. I had posted a video about Mamalina, and they actually gave me a strike on that video. I was like, what? I think they were mad because the views were just too much for them. I had gotten like, Jesus, close to 100,000 views on that video, and the girl, next thing I knew, they put a strike on that. Okay, guys, you guys ready for the rebel yell? Are you ready for the rebel yell? Are you ready for the rebel yell? All right, here we go, guys. 1, 2, 3. Continue to wear the SS on your chest because Sussex Squad, we are the best. Yes, we are, guys. Indeed, 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 we are the best. Thank you for listening. I am your host, Special K Thoughts, and I will see you guys soon. All right. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. Love you lots. Bye. And thank you for the support. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Bye.